Pokemon Legends Arceus. So
wait a minute.
Oh. Ew.
Speaking of Pokemon,
I cannot unzip my hoodie, nor can I reveal a sick ass Rowlet / Decidueye shirt. Yeah, do you want to just briefly touch on Rowlet for a second?
No, I can't get into that right now. We don't have time for that. But I just remember watching that reveal trailer, and it was a split, like a really, really brief moment where they showed Cyndaquil first.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. I haven't used Cyndaquil in forever. I might use him. And then a second later, Rowlet shows up. I was like, are you kidding me? Out of all the grass starters, they picked my boy.
Yeah, they picked his boy. So
then Oshawott, easy skip.
All right, buddy. People, Oshawott fans, I hear you. I like the little otter clam boy.
And you know the messed up part? I love otters. But something about Oshawott's face really annoys me.
Here's the thing, though. Maybe it's the nose. I don't know, man. But he evolves into Samurott, and Samurott is objectively...
No. I mean, yeah, at level 16, he gets a lot better. Immediately.
Yeah, needless to say, David did not start with Cyndaquil or Oshawott. And I didn't start with Oshawott either. So Oshawott fans, I apologize. And you have my condolences. I started with Cyndaquil because Cyndaquil was the first starter that I ever completed a Pokemon game with. So from the offset, we were both really excited about the concept because we've been Pokemon fans for years. Isn't that right, Vanessa?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Isn't that right, Vanessa?
Yeah, so we Daredevil references aside, I think we I can speak for both of us when I say that Pokemon is probably one of the most important franchises in my life, at least, because it was one of those things that kind of brought us together as kids, and now as adults, like we get to geek out on it together. And yeah, so this game was introduced, and semi-open world Pokemon game. You get to actually throw and aim like your Pokeball out and catch Pokemon without having to get into battles, and it's like in prehistoric Sinnoh, and there are like regional forms and blah blah blah. Spoilers for Pokemon Legends Arceus. But yeah, I honestly think this might be my favorite Pokemon experience, either ever or at least in a very, very long time.
Dude, man, people, and rightfully so, were making the comparisons to this in Breath of the Wild. And, that game being my favorite game of the whole decade, easy, I was losing my mind in excitement over this game. And for the most part, I'd say it's done well.
Yeah, I definitely think its strongest aspects are definitely in its gameplay. For as repetitive as Pokemon can be historically, I think, ironically, going back in time into far history of the Pokemon lore was actually a really cool decision, because now we don't have towns and cities to explore. It's just the open wilderness. So as soon as the game lets you off on your own, just like in Breath of the Wild, like you could try to fight a level 60 Snorlax if you wanted to. But you're going to get your ass handed to you.
I remember seeing an Alpha Rapidash. That was the first one I saw. And I was like, what is that? And I ran. I just ran.
Yeah, it honestly, one of the main things that they try to drive home in the story of the game is that Pokemon are terrifying. And like us, having grown up with the games, and like, in the games, it's like 10-year-olds that get to use these things to take down crime organizations. I was like, how bad could it be? And then you're faced with a Pokemon that is like 11 feet tall, and firing like hyper beams at your character. And you can dodge roll and everything, but like if you get knocked out, it's the worst feeling.
And yeah, the enemy Pokemon could be like 30 levels under you.
Yeah.
And they're still taking away half your health in one hit. It's crazy.
Yeah, this game really emphasizes like you just got to be faster than the other person. Like there's not I will say there's not as much. The strategy in this game is different. Like you can't rely on like abilities. You can't rely on like I mean, you can use items and stuff, but like the agile and the strong style attacks definitely kind of change the way that you play Pokemon games in a huge way. Because you could have a really strong Pokemon up front, but like David said, your Pokemon could get knocked out in 2 hits because you used a strong style move, and now the enemy gets to move twice. And it's like most battles you are going to lose. Like, you don't battle human people, like human characters, a lot, but like anytime you do, you're losing at least half your team. Like, unless you want to spam revives, but
Yeah, that was just. There's a lot of things that annoyed me. Just minor things like you said, like. You only get experience at the end of the battle, so if anyone's fainted, they don't get anything. So you gotta revive everyone and hope that your current Pokemon doesn't get killed.
Yeah.
A lot of times trying to get a certain Pokemon was annoying because you'd have like 45 Geodudes trying to kill you, and all you trying to get is like the like the I don't know, the
you got it,
whatever.
Okay.
Like a Bagon or something.
Yeah.
And you just have like all these Pokemon just chasing you constantly. You have to like run away, come back, and it was just getting really annoying. Some of the boss battles were a pain.
Yeah.
Just just trying to dodge stuff. And
I mean, because that's another cool part of this game is like when you go up against they're not alpha Pokemon. They're not totem Pokemon either.
Just whatever. Just the big boys.
Yeah, the big noble Pokemon.
Noble, yeah.
Yeah, when you fight noble Pokemon, cool aspect of that is like it's not just you throwing a Pokemon out and battling it. It's like you have to. Each boss battle has like specific conditions and like strategies to it. And the one thing that I will say about the boss battles is like much like an old like NES game, like if there's an annoying boss battle, like when you finally beat it, it feels so good. And like you can start the boss battle when you lose from the point in the health bar that you left off at, which is a nice touch for people who aren't good. But I've used that feature a couple of times. I can say that. But yeah, speaking of boss battles, this game has in my opinion, single best Pokemon fight in recent memory. I don't think anything's gonna top the red boss battle and like what that means from Gold and Silver. But spoilers, when you fight Volo at the end of the game, and he turns out to be the main bad guy, and he's Cynthia's ancestor, so you're like, I trust you, even though like your ancestor kicked the shit out of my little 10-year-old ass like all those years ago, I trust you. And he's with you the whole game. And then you get to Spear Pillar again, and he's like, so where do you think that last plate is? Huh? You want to revive Arceus? You only have 18 plates, right? There are 19, buddy. Right here. And he whips out the ghost plate, and he whips off his outfit, and he's like this Arceus like super fan, and he's like, the only way to bring out Arceus out of that pedestal the heavenly place above is to bring out the fucking devil. And out from behind him, Giratina shows up. And then you hear Cynthia's boss theme play, and you're like, oh my God. And so you fight his whole team of 6, you fight Giratina, and you finally get to the end of Giratina's health bar. And then he leans back, and you're like, okay, cool, it's a cool KO screen. And then his eyes glow blazing red, and he comes back up, and he's in his origin form. And then you hear the guitar, the electric guitar from his like boss fight from Platinum, like the banana, and he wipes out the rest of your team. You have to fight 8 Pokemon, and 2 of them are legendaries, and 1 of them is a Garchomp. And the first time I went into that boss battle, he fucked me up so hard because I didn't know what to expect. I had to rework my whole team just to take this guy down. And David,
I beat him first try.
Okay, you don't have to rub it in. I think that's enough out of you. So
that's what you get for using dumb moves like Calm Mind.
Okay, I don't think It wasn't until I got a Togekiss that I was able to find. Oh, no. It was Alola Ninetales. Yeah, Alola Ninetales helped me out a lot. Shout out to the guy in the Frozen Tundra place that gives you an Alolan Vulpix. But yeah, so I would say I still haven't caught Arceus yet. I still have some missions to do, but David has finished the game, caught Arceus, completed the Pokédex.
Yeah, you say this game has one of the best fights ever, and it also has one of the worst fights ever with Enormous. Enormous?
Enamorous.
Dude, I had to look up like a tutorial, like how to do this thing, and everyone in the comments was like, "This is the worst thing ever." It's the worst, Nick.
So I have something to look forward to.
Oh my god!
Sounds
and then
like...
the Arceus battle was nuts. I mean, you don't actually catch him.
Yeah.
You just do like the fight thing, and it's ridiculous. But they let you continue with all the health stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank the Lord. And then he just joins you, and then he. You have the god of all Pokemon with you, and he can use the plates to change them in any type.
Yeah.
And then his signature move literally turns into the type that's super effective against the opposing Pokemon.
I did not know that.
So no matter what Pokemon you're fighting, it's a guaranteed super effective. And it's like, sure, why not? Like, you did everything. You caught all the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Why not just give you this? Yeah, here you go. Here's the game-breaking Pokemon.
Yeah, they just the equivalent of like the Nintendo Switch Game Shark.
Yeah, it's just the BFG in Pokemon.
Yeah. So I think if Scarlet and Violet, the upcoming Pokemon games, are anything like Arceus and take a lot of those same gameplay elements from it, I think those very well could be my favorite Pokemon games ever. I mean, obviously we have a lot of time before those are even close to coming out. But Sprigatito gang, all night long. Sprigatito, you're my boy.
Duck.
Or girl.
Duck.
Or whatever you identify as,
Duck.
because Pokemon don't have to conform
Duck.
to. Who are you gonna start with?
The duck.
Okay.
Quaxley, are you kidding me right now?
He's just the fanciest little.
Yeah, just look at his pose, man.
Yeah, that's all. That tells you all you need to know about Quaxley.
Like, I get it, but I don't like cats, so naturally I'm steering away.
Well, and that's the thing. I didn't choose Litten in Sun and Moon, which very hot take, are my favorite Pokemon games. But I chose Rowlet in that game because, I mean, who's not going to pick Rowlet?
And that's crazy because I've chosen grass every gen since 3.
Which, I mean, it is crazy. I was a fire boy myself for a while, and then I did Chespin and then Rowlet, and then I went back to fire in Sword and Shield. I got a Score Bunny, and that was crazy because that was a random pull. I ordered it from Pokemon Center, and they give you the little keychain if you pre-order it, and I said, whoever's keychain I get, whoever keychain plushie I get, that's going to be my starter for the game. And like the months leading up to Sword and Shield, I knew I wanted to get a Score Bunny. And check it out. There he is. The one and only. Slap a slice of Kraft cheese, Kraft singles above his nose. It's a Score Bunny, baby. And I love him. And
I think I remember I was also going to go Score Bunny. And then they reveal the final starters, and everything changed.
Yeah, David being a drummer and
you kidding me?
Yeah, it's tailor made for David, Grookey and Rillaboom. Which reminds me, I have to go back and finish Sword. So that honestly might be what I do with the rest of my night. But everything being said, I hope you were able to learn a little bit more about us, and
yeah, I hope they better make more Legends games. This better not be a one-off thing.
No, I've been seeing a lot of people use the concept of like a Pokemon Legends Celebi and like putting it in the Johto region. Yeah. I would be all about that.
Honestly, just do it with every region, everyone. I don't care.
Yeah, you can do a Pokemon Legends Deoxys. You could do a Pokemon Legends
Rayquaza.
Yeah. But he already has his game.
No, make another one.
Oh my god.
Make another one.
All right, Game Freak,
You
if
hear
you're
me,
watching,
Nintendo? Make Pokemon Legends Rayquaza.
he's serious. He is absolutely serious. I've seen this look in his eyes. I've seen this look in his eyes before, and last time there was plenty of bloodshed, and I don't want to go back to that. So Nintendo, give this man what he wants.